Hey guys, Ash here from C4E along with my co-host Sundar, and welcome to another episode of Ash Answers.
Ash Answers is a show where we answer the questions that you ask on Twitter using the hashtag AshAnswers.
Now before we jump into the questions, we are currently running a giveaway along with some of our friends, and a link to that giveaway can be found in the description below. Just head on over to the link, follow the steps if you haven't done that already. So let's now jump into the questions.
Where is the drone that you imported? It's on the fly.
So guys, you are supposed to require a drone license, which as per customs you can only get in Delhi. So we've not been able to get it from customs. So that's gone.
Do we have any plans to get it in future?
It's been over 6 months. They don't know where it is now.
Okay. Does Samsung's fast wireless charger work with T-brand skin on Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge?
Skins shouldn't make a difference because we've tested out wireless charging, not Samsung's wireless charger, but other wireless chargers with a skin on, and we've not had any issues.
What exactly is SAR value?
So SAR value stands for specific absorption rate. That is basically the amount of radiation your body or your head absorbs when you're using your cell phone. So there are certain tested values that are acceptable, and brands cannot sell a phone in India unless and until they comply with those norms. So checking out SAR values on a phone is useless. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is useless because if it goes past a limit, the brand will not get any rights to sell those phones. So, you know, basing your buying decision on SAR values, or oh my god, the SAR value is too high, that is why I will not buy this phone, that just doesn't work. Because people more intelligent than you and I are on that subject have done the research, and they state that this is an acceptable value. And India has one of the most aggressive norms for SAR value. So if it is okay for the Indian norms, the phone is considered safe.
Xiaomi has launched the Mi6, but there is nothing very exciting about it. Only the camera and spec. What do you think about it?
What more do you need?
Exactly.
I mean, it's the cheapest 835, and they've gone with a decent looking build. They've gone with a dual camera, which people seem to have an issue with the S8 not having. What else? I mean, what else can they do? I mean, if they did like they're giving away free phones, then people would be pissed that, no, I tried so hard, I didn't get it. I mean, the phone might turn out to be a dud if their implementation isn't good. I haven't used it, so I can't say it. It's a great phone, but on paper, they've nailed everything. They've got water resistance as well.
Is a standard.
Exactly, and they're not doing their regular different clock speeds. They're not doing their regular we vary RAM across variants. No, it's just the internal storage and a ceramic build option, and they're giving you 11 colors now.
Yeah.
So I mean, Xiaomi always does that. They tease a bunch of colors, and in reality, you're gonna end up with black, silver, and gold. That's all that
even
ever
silver is
comes
going
out.
to be really difficult to get our hands on.
No, usually with phones it's the grey, black and gold,
exactly.
the only variants that they end up actually selling, because you look at the Mi 4i, they tease so many colors. The Mi 3, I tried to get a yellow color for like years. Okay, it never happened, but anyway, on paper, Xiaomi seems to have done a very good job, and I don't know what more you'd expect from a phone. Maybe a 3.5mm headphone jack.
Yeah. And there is one more thing that I'll actually talk about later in
Micro
this
SD.
video. No, I'll talk about it later in this video.
Okay.
So there is a question regarding that.
Okay.
So, what if Snapdragon 810 comes under 15K? Will you accept it?
Question to both of you.
Yeah, under 15K, it's a pretty decent SoC for the price, but the 810 had heating issues.
Yep, and I wouldn't accept it at that price segment.
Okay.
Because you've got an 820 at that segment, right?
Okay.
When you have an 820 like the Z2 Plus at that segment, why would you go 810?
810 with a better camera, better battery life.
What do you have?
Might work.
OnePlus 2 might be there, somewhere close to that segment, but nah, I'd rather pick a
10 to
625.
12K maybe.
Probably, I'd still go with the 625 in that segment. So 810 as of today, I wouldn't suggest it. It's not worth the hassle.
And we don't see any phone coming with 810.
Yeah.
What are your top 5 favorite movies ever any language. Sundar never ever discriminates.
Of course, you read the hashtag now. So, what are your top 5 favorite movies? Let's for the sake of time, we'll do like 3 English and 2 Tamil or whatever you want to do.
Okay, 3 English.
Or 2 and 3, whatever.
There's just a lot. I'll just name a few. Interstellar, basically any Christopher Nolan movie, and
Okay.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
You're naming actors and actors.
Yeah, that's what. I don't know which one to pick. Okay, The Revenant, Wolf of Wall Street, Interstellar.
Okay,
Yeah, 3 English. What?
You started with Interstellar. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So 3 English and Tamil.
Tamil.
He's gonna hate me for saying it, but yeah, Tupaki.
Okay, I hate the movie.
And a lot of people are gonna hate you for saying it.
I don't care. I don't care. I didn't like it.
Irudhi Sutru.
Okay. So for me, it would be okay. Tamil it's easy. Minale alai paide. And English, I'd go with. I know it's weird, but 51st Dates, Adam Sandler. Sorry, I had an interruption. So yeah, like I was saying, 51st Dates, Adam Sandler, The Gladiator, and The Boondock Saints.
Boondock
Of
Saints,
course,
yeah.
The Boondock Saints. Yeah.
And Source Code. I love the movie. Why smartphone manufacturers are ditching the dedicated SD card slot?
It has more to do with the form factor, I guess.
The same reason why they are ditching 3.5mm headphone jacks these days.
No, headphone jacks, they just want to be Apple, I guess.
Courageous.
But the SD slot, it's just, even if you look at Samsung on their not flagship phones, like, the A9 Pro, I guess, I'm not sure. They did have a dedicated SD slot. The big ones.
Yeah,
but on the S8 Plus,
they don't have any
but S8 Plus is also big enough, right? They could have fit in a dedicated slot, but it's more of if the phone is designed for a market like India, they probably might fit it in. But when you look at something like a S8, it is they're selling the phone, globally, and so when you look at the places where they sell a single SIM variant, it's a dedicated SD card slot and a single SIM. But when they are going for a market like India where they want to sell a dual SIM variant, it's a dual SIM phone with a hybrid slot, right? So that basically means they don't have to tinker around with the build too much to come up with the second variant. So that's where it is. But if they were going with a dedicated slot, then that would be like they will have to create some space over here to add an extra slot, which is something they don't want to do because that might cause the phone to get a little larger.
Schematics
they have to realign stuff, I guess. It's just too much of a hassle. But then again, these are all our best guesses. Might not be true.
Once upon a time in Ash's live scope, Sundar promised to do a live scope one day. When is the day? When is the day?
The moment you heard Once Upon a Time, if you remember the zoo, give this video a thumbs up.
Zoo?
Yeah, how did you meet Sundar? Once upon a time, I went to the zoo. I don't know, the moment I read this question, Once Upon a Time, what zoo? What? No, okay.
You tell me, guys, if you want to see me doing a live scope, let me know.
Yeah, in the comments.
I was going to say in the poll.
No poll. I don't like polls. Not for Ash answers. Ash answers comment.
How's the battery life of S8 so far? Hashtag poor Ash.
It's not bad. I've been testing it under different circumstances because I don't want to make a judgment immediately. So day 1 I ran it on Quad HD. Day 2 I ran it on Full HD. Day 3 I did Quad HD but with the always on display off. So as of now, I see I can get through a day on a single charge I wouldn't say really easily, but I could get through a day on a single charge. My day starts at 4 a.m. So by the time I get to dinner around 7, 8 in the evening, I need to plug it in. I'm at like 5% charge or something like that. So battery life is not great, but at the same time, I'm not going to call it bad. But if you're going to compare it with the mid-ranges, something like a Lenovo P2 or a Redmi Note 4, those kind of phones, then the battery life is bad. But if you're going to compare it with others in the same segment, something like an iPhone 7, S7 Edge, the battery life is not as good as the iPhone 7, a little lower than that. Even the 7, yes.
Okay. Your all-time favorite series? TV series, Netflix series.
See, oh my god, is this a tech Q&A or you are picking favorite movie all-time series? Guys, that's how Ash answers this. So what's your all-time favorite series? I know that's gonna happen. I mean, there's a car backing up, there are kids shouting. Guys, we're trying to find a new place. We're trying to find a place to move. So for the next, hopefully in the next few months, we'd move to a different place. And I'm actually looking at something that's like 20 floors above so that you don't get the car backing up noises and the kids shouting noises, hopefully. But then till then, please bear with us. Your view is important to us. Thank you for your patience. You are a valuable viewer. Anyway, favorite series. What's yours? He's gonna say Breaking Bad, The Walking Dead,
Sons of Anarchy.
There you go, 3. For me, I've said it multiple times. Spartacus, Battlestar Galactica. Those are my top 2. Number 3, I don't really have a number 3. I mean, I'd pick one from comedy. Comedy, you've got like a ton.
Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince would probably make the cut. Yes, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
No, I haven't watched any other comedy. Why are you always late with PC build series? It's been almost 20 days since the last video was uploaded of the 30k PC build.
Yeah, and now the hashtag.
Hashtag Sundar discriminates.
Now he reads it.
Even though it's not true anyway.
Oh my god. So guys, I've said this in the past and I know people keep asking me why. I know I've covered it in the past, so whoever's been watching Ash Answers consistently, I'm pretty sure you know the answer to this. But then again, even after I said it, people keep asking me, so sorry, I had to pick the question again. It is not priority, the PC world as of today. Whenever I get time between phone videos, I do it. But for the last couple of weeks, I've been dealing with some personal issues, so I've not been as active as I generally am. So if you see, even the video upload frequency is kind of lower. But yeah, I want to get done with the 2 videos in this PC build so that we can move on to a Ryzen build. Because last Ash Answers, you guys let me know, yes, so many of you wanted to see a Ryzen build. You let me know in the comments, and yes, the next one I'm going to do is going to be a Ryzen build. Again, what price segment, what Ryzen chip would you want me to go with? Let me know within the next 2 weeks. I'll try to clear the 30k PC build, and then we'll move on to a Ryzen build this time. So just let me know what budget or what chip would you like me to use in the comments, and I'll try to make that happen.
HTC Vive, is it worth it?
In India, hell no, 93,000 rupees. I mean, let's just, break it down. Think about it for a minute. Something that launched in the US for $700, $799, I guess, $800 over a year back is now selling in India for 94,000 rupees, 93,000 rupees. That's like what, $1,400. So they think they can sell something in India 1 year after launch for twice the price. I've read the reviews. It's a great piece of hardware. It's actually better than the Oculus Rift.
If you have the space for it.
But you need the space for it. I didn't have the space. That's why I went with the Oculus Rift. Somebody asked me a question. Why did I choose the Oculus Rift over? I didn't pick your question because I'm addressing that over here. Importing an Oculus Rift via Amazon.com, after customs and everything, shipping, customs, everything, it comes to around 42,000 rupees. Okay. And the Oculus Rift is priced at, $100 cheaper. That's like 7,000 rupees cheaper. And that lands in India for 43 for a regular person importing it. So for a brand like HTC to double that, I don't know what's happening.
There was also a price cut recently, right?
I don't know. But maybe, are they like selling a VR ready PC along with the Vive for 93,000? No. Sure. Like a 4K capable gaming laptop plus Vive, 93,000. That might work, but Vive alone for 93 is ridiculous. But outside India, if you're getting it for the $800 price tag, then yes. If you have the space, it is, from whatever I've read, it is supposed to be better than the Oculus Rift. But I'm team Oculus. I use the Oculus.
Can you give an approximate timing of your Twitter live session? I missed every session, sadly.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen me, I do live streams via Periscope. So if you follow me on Twitter at C4eTech, I'm not telling you to follow me, but then, my Twitter handle is at C4eTech. You don't have to follow me, but If you do, it's at C4E Tech. Then you could see me live. So, you know, if you want to follow me, you know, see me live, then it's at C4E Tech, in case that wasn't obvious. So when you actually follow me at C4E Tech on Twitter, you can see me live. And I don't have any times, guys. I'm just messing with you. I just don't have any timings on Periscope. The reason I like periscoping rather than doing YouTube live is because I don't get copyright infringements when I'm like playing an audio track. So generally when I'm on Periscope, I just play some music in the background from my Apple Music playlist or YouTube or Google Play Music, whatever. But if I did the same thing on YouTube live, then I'm gonna get hit with copyright infringement, which is something that doesn't happen. Yes, I don't make money for those live streams. I don't care. I like live streaming. I like connecting with people. So, you know, long story short, I don't have any set schedules. Whenever I can, I live stream from time to time at C4E Tech on Twitter. I'm not telling you to follow me, but then again, if you wanted to see me live, you don't have to follow me at C4E Tech on Twitter, but I'm available on Twitter at C4E Tech. Do you think
at C4E you could have actually
at C4E, but I don't live stream from that. But do you think they would have got the handle at C4E?
Definitely.
Sure.
And I think they would have followed you by now. Your opinion about the Bixby button in S8. Do you think it was a necessity to do so? I think it's annoying.
See guys, Bixby, the button is kind of annoying because from time to time I might press it when I pick the phone up, and then this is the screen. The phone is on, and then I can't really scan my thumbprint or whatever, but the phone is already, the Bixby is on. So right now I need to tap back and then swipe and then look at the iris scanner for the phone to unlock. It is annoying those times where I actually end up pressing it. Sometimes even when I'm scanning my finger, I might occasionally hit it. It's kind of annoying. I really wish they wouldn't have stopped us from remapping the button. And what is really annoying here is the fact that Samsung is developing Bixby because they want to make money off it, right? End of the day, when you use Bixby Vision and you see those advertising, in the long run, they want to start selling ads on it or pay brands and get some affiliate money. I don't know what, but it's something they're trying to do. They're trying to get into the AI game so that they can make money off it the way Google does.
And moreover, it's just half-baked right now.
Exactly. So I feel like I'm paying a premium for this phone to essentially beta test a product.
Yeah, exactly.
For Samsung, I don't mind. OnePlus does it all the time. Xiaomi does it all the time. Half-baked stuff, But then again, I'm paying much, much lower than what Samsung is charging me. That's not a premium.
And also, they don't intentionally...
Yeah, they're not intentionally trying to make money off something or whatever. They're pushing out an update. They don't have as big a software team as Samsung, so they mess something somewhere. And I understand I'm playing a kind of beta tester role for OnePlus or Xiaomi. And I can live with it because their products are priced cheaper. But here, when this is costing a bomb, outside of those crazy Virtu phones or whatever, some of the most expensive pieces of mobile hardware that you can buy, I buy it and I'm a beta tester for Samsung to make more money off me. That kind of pisses me off. Do you agree with what I've had to say? Comments. Let me know. Let me know.
Which company will get doomed first? LG versus HTC versus Sony?
With respect to smartphones, what do you think?
I think it's HTC. See, with LG, I was telling you, right, the G6 is actually doing pretty well. Among the critics.
Yeah.
And Sony, they've got their fanboys.
Of course.
But HTC...
See guys, HTC does not have, yes, they have the Vive, but as far as LG is concerned, they're manufacturing batteries, they're manufacturing displays, they've got other stuff. So even if the smartphone segment takes a hit for a couple of years, they can still, at least keep it on life support by pouring more money in. Sony has already made it obvious that they're not in the mobile race right now. They're just gonna stay for the market to turn. And when the market evolves, something new comes up, they want to jump on it. Okay, that's always happened, right? Nokia kept Nokia was happy with Symbian, but when the market evolved and Android came in, you know, somebody like HTC managed to come up, whereas Nokia folded at that point. So that's what Sony is doing, and they have the money. They've got their movie studio, they've got their PlayStation, they've got their TVs. I mean, they're doing great, but yeah, and of course the cameras, you know, like the one that we are currently recording on, and you know. So, you know, all these thumbnails that I shoot, that's shot with the A6300 as well. So, you know, they've got these nice little mirrorless cameras and they're very competitive.
Most phones even used Sony sensors.
Sony sensors, so they manufacture sensors as well. So these brands, LG and Sony, they have other sources of income to keep their mobile division from dying out. They don't want it to die out. They want to keep it at least on life support, because when the market changes, they're always going to have an opening somewhere or the other. Just look at Micromax in India. They had something good, and then the market evolved. You got the Chinese players coming in and that wiped them out, right? Almost. You know, they've got the phone that they developed for 8 months. They spent 8 months deciding where to put that brofist. You know, after 8 months of hard work. But whatever, we're getting off topic. So dragging myself back to the topic, the only brand that I see without any other source of revenue, and they do have the Vive, like I said, but without any other very high source of revenue that's kind of already on life support, is HTC, and they still manage to price themselves out of the market. So that's kind of disappointing. So I'm guessing it's going to be HTC.
And with the S8 and the G6 making the headlines, we don't even hear about the next flagship of
what's
HTC.
HTC's flagship? They've got a squeezable phone. Squeak.
Pixel XL or S8 Plus? Personally, which would you buy and why?
I would buy the S8 Plus over the Pixel XL. I hate the ski. Okay, in case it wasn't obvious, the guy who you can follow on Twitter at C4eTech, I'm not telling you to do it, but I'm just saying I do not like this button. But this phone looks premium. Okay, this is the S8, not the S8 Plus. The S8 looks premium, you know, it's a head turner, you know. It's got this nice little curves, and the back is a fingerprint magnet, but it looks great. And then once you turn that display on, and to turn it on, you need to use this weird fingerprint sensor, which is really annoying. But once you turn it on, it's almost all display, and it looks cool. It stands out from a crowd, right? But the Pixel XL, it's got a killer UI. It's amazing, but it's still an older chip, and it's priced. And
the design is annoying.
It's not annoying. It's not a bad design. It's not a bad design at all. I really like the half glass to the back. Most people didn't, but I did. But it's nothing
the front
unique.
Especially huge bezels. The same reason why I kind of don't like the iPhone 7 Plus.
He's just trying to plug it in.
No.
You know, I hate it when people try to, you know, we are talking about something. We are talking something serious. This is not the point where you plug in your own stuff, right? Serious. I mean, think how crazy it would be if I currently went something like, you can follow me on Twitter at C4eTech. It would be annoying, right? I can't keep saying that. You know, I know you might want to know what my handle is on Twitter so that you can follow me, but I can't keep saying it all the time, at C4eTech, at C4eTech, at C4eTech. You know, that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know, I get it. You cannot really say that anyway.
Yeah, I can't say at C4eTech.
But I can actually say...
He keeps trying to plug in his own agenda. But anyway, the Pixel XL's front doesn't really stand out a lot for me. So for the price that Google demands, it's so close to the S8. I mean, I would rather pick the S8 Plus. Or even the S8, because the S8 gives you quite a big display.
5.8. That's bigger than the display on the Pixel XL.
Yeah, but it's the 18.5:9, so you can't really compare it. But the Pixel XL would have better battery life. S8 Plus I've not tested yet, but over the S8, yes, the Pixel XL has better battery life.
Will you be buying text for S8?
Yes. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I should get it somewhere in the next 2 weeks. And then I would do a video. That would come soonest. But then once I actually get it, I would let you guys know. How? On Twitter at C4eTech. You don't have to follow me or anything, I'm just saying.
And I'll retweet it from my account, which is...
Technical difficulties. Moving on.
Do you think that... Oh, just a second. at C4 Sundar, do you think that the Mi 6 will be able to compete with the Galaxy S8? They belong to two different price segments. So
at C4 Tech, at C4 Yash. But then, conveniently missing all that stuff. Coming back, the Mi 6, see guys, sometimes I feel people's expectations are a little too high. The Mi 6 is a sub 30,000 rupee phone. Even if they launch it at 30 in India, it's still a budget flagship. The keyword being flagship, yes. Another very important word in that phrase was budget. So if it manages to perform about 80% as well as the S8, I would still take it, right? As far as price to performance goes, a OnePlus 5, the rumored OnePlus 5 or the Mi 6 will definitely get you a better price to performance, better performance for the price than an S8. But will that camera outperform an S8? I don't know. I don't know. Probably not.
Have to try and test it out.
Yes, because I've never seen a Xiaomi phone like a Mi 5 did not outperform the S7 or the S6. The Mi 4 did not outperform the S5 with regards to camera. There are other things that they do well, but then the camera is one area where Xiaomi has, usually they market it very well. Their events, they show these beautiful shots, especially like you look at the Redmi Note 4. The camera is not great, but then at their events they make it sound great, and even the what is that? The Mi Note 2, they talked it up so much, but the camera was underwhelming. It wasn't bad, but low light was all that, like 23.56 megapixels crammed into that tiny sensor. It wasn't great. So as far as Xiaomi goes, the camera is something I'd wanna wait and see.
This time around, I actually saw a few unofficial samples taken with the portrait mode on the Mi 6. It was actually pretty good.
No, the point is all these unofficial samples are leaked by the brand. That's how it goes, guys. Just use common sense and think about it, right? In the days leading up to a launch, I'm not naming any brand, with almost every brand, you see more and more leaks. That's kind of become the norm these days. I think I've said this before on Ash Answers. Once I actually got a call from the PR of a brand saying, we've got, this phone is launching tomorrow, we've got the Antutu thing, can you do as in sometimes PR don't know if you're a YouTube channel or a blog. So they're like, can you do an article around leaked benchmarks? Your PR? Yeah. For this brand? Yeah. You're gonna give me Antutu scores? Yeah. But then they're leaked? Yeah. Let's start again. You are PR for the brand? Yeah. And you're giving me Antutu scores? Yeah. But then it's leaked? Yeah.
What? Who leaked it? Me.
So this has kind of become like a thing for brands these days. So I wouldn't really go by leaked whatever.
Yeah, this is
as in I can't.
It wasn't leaked. It was on a different channel.
Okay.
So
I don't know. So anyway, I'm not saying it's going to be bad or anything. I'm just saying have realistic expectations, guys. There's a phone that's at 60K. There's a phone that's at 30K. If the 30K phone performs 80 to 85% of what the 60K phone does, I take that. Yeah. So it will compete.
The
will
Mi
it
5
beat?
had an excellent camera.
Mi 5 had an excellent camera, but still,
Not
was that better than the S7?
No. Early bird for Ash Answers, but I wanted to get this in. Any news on OIS being on both cams or only one on the Mi 6?
Who did he tweet this to? At
C4 Sundar.
Okay. So anyways, OIS being on both cams, we don't have any update on that, and I really think it would be only on one cam, because if it weren't, Xiaomi would have definitely mentioned it at the launch. So them not mentioning it leads me to believe it's just on one camera. But then again, that's not confirmed. Not the wide angle one. The wide angle one probably. Again, I don't know, but if and when I get to know it, I will let you guys know. How am I going to let them know?
On a future episode.
No, I want
unboxing maybe.
No. We are Twitter. At C4 Tech. You don't have to follow me or anything. I'm just saying.
And yeah, there's one more thing.
What thing?
One more thing. at C4 Sundar.
Oh,
That's one more thing.
okay. See, there comes the Apple influence. One more thing.
So actually on the Mi 6, you cannot actually zoom while shooting a video.
Okay.
So that's a drawback. And it doesn't really matter if you have OIS or not with regards to video, just video.
Okay.
Because anyway, it's going to be shooting just from that one one sensor.
Okay.
Yeah. It's actually, it's not a hardware limitation. So should I mention
So you
that?
can't switch it at all?
Not switch.
Even before shooting video, it's only one lens for the video.
It was mentioned that you cannot zoom. No digital zoom, no optical zoom. So yeah, I think it should be from the wide angle lens.
Wide angle only.
Yeah.
Okay.
They also say it's not a hardware limitation, obviously. So it's possible to see something.
Probably if you switch to the telephoto lens for video, then it becomes too jittery because they don't have OIS on it.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know, guys. Again, we'll let you know.
Yeah. Your thoughts on lack of headphone jack in Mi 6?
Damn it! We just talked about it.
Yeah.
Why did I pick this
I
question?
really hate it. I can understand it, but I really hate it.
Yep. Again, the phone is not thin enough to warrant the loss of a headphone jack.
It is thin, right? Quite thin.
No, I'm not saying it's thinner than a headphone. Like something like the 5mm phones or something wherein they can't really get the headphone jack in. I would have really liked to see them stay with it. Especially when Moto is thinking of bringing it back. That's what the rumors say. Samsung has it on the S8. So I don't think that's. I'm not a fan of that decision.
Which earphones are you using?
So I'm guessing you're asking about the ones that I'm using on my Instagram account. Again, at C4eTech on Instagram. So those are the Bose SoundSport earphones. I mean, they're awesome. They've got great battery life, and the thing I like is I can actually talk to people outside. I mean, even if I'm like riding, not that I suggest you to do it, but then if I'm stuck in the traffic, I got a call, I can actually talk to people. People at the other end of the phone can still hear me. Again, not suggesting you to do it, but if you were ever in, do as I say, not as I do, or something like that, Okay, for scientific purposes, when I actually tested it in traffic while riding, I was able to talk to the other people. Again, only for scientific purposes. So, for you guys, I did it for, okay, that's the whole YouTube thing now, right? Say everything saying I'm doing it for you guys. So I'm going to say I did it for you guys.
I'm using the Brainwaves Jive. Cost about $1,500. Pretty good. Long lasting.
Please don't ask him for a video. Please.
I'll do it.
Sooner.
There is
9 months.
There is no more progress, I guess. It's over. I'm done.
Anyway, moving on to the next one.
Xiaomi set a trend with Mi Mix that all big brands, Samsung, LG, Apple are following, but Apple, no. But Xiaomi didn't go bezel-less with Mi 6. Your thoughts? This is what I was talking about.
Guys, see, this is what it is, right? It's not about setting a trend, right? What was the first phone with 625?
Z Play or no?
I'm not sure. Let's. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's assume it's Z Play, and then let's say Xiaomi came up with the Redmi Note 4. Like, would you think Motorola set the trend with the 625, and now everybody is copying them or following them? It's not that. Technology evolves, somebody does something, and that's where everybody is going towards. So, how hard would you think it would be for... see, right now, I just hit the Bixby button by mistake. It drives me nuts.
I think it's because you have to reach the fingerprint sensor.
Yep.
And
okay, iris scanner, using the iris scanner. So, how hard would you think it would be for Samsung to just shift this display up, use the piezoelectric, whatever... piezoelectric acoustic sensor for audio? They could have done it. Most brands choose not to do it because that's a trade-off with regards to the earphones. I'm sorry, earpiece. What the hell is wrong with me? And of course, the selfie camera has to be moved to the bottom. And selfie cameras seem to be very important for people because you know how much people are willing to pay for the
Oppo and Vivo.
For the selfie camera marketing. So that is something brands don't want to do. But overall, if you look at it, Xiaomi, whether it's Samsung, whether it's, okay, not Apple, but whether it's Samsung, even Sony with their Xperia XA last year, every brand has been, LG definitely, every brand has been working on shrinking those bezels. So, of course, curved displays, shrunken bezels, that's something that's just an evolution of where technology is taking us. And with Mi 6 was like this, like Xiaomi said, it was a concept phone. Whereas the Mi 6 is not a concept phone. Mi 6 is a phone for the masses. They want as many people as possible to buy it. Of course, make you wait and flash sale and all that. Yeah. But they want you to buy it. Yeah. Okay, or they want you to want it but not have it. They want
Basically,
you to want
they
it.
just wanted to avoid all the trade-offs.
Yeah, so since it's a mainstream product, they really aren't experimenting with it with a piezoelectric acoustic sensor. You know how long it took for me to piezoelectric acoustic
and an ultrasonic
cantilever piezoelectric acoustic sensor. Yes, I remember it. It's so damn hard for me to remember.
And an ultrasonic proximity sensor.
That's easy, ultrasonic proximity
sensor. Yeah, I was just saying, you didn't mention that, so.
That's the easy part.
Yeah, but you didn't mention it. Not now.
At C4Tech on Twitter, I didn't mention it.
Yeah. But
That's it. Technical difficulties.
Right.
Moving on. Next question.
But do you think at least they should have gone with shrunk bezels on the Mi 6?
It is shrunken, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Not as much as
it's not that. That's a curved display. They didn't go with it.
I mean, not the side bezels, the top
and
the
bottom.
chin and the forehead.
But then they're going with keys to the bottom, right? They're going with capacitive keys and a front-faced fingerprint scanner, so they can't shrink it past a point. So we'll see.
If you're going to hire someone, what qualifications would you expect from him? Will you hire somebody in the near future?
So again, it depends on when we are moving to a new place and this guy getting settled and this guy stops saying soon, sooner, soonest and getting some videos out. If you look at it, we don't have any speed tests on this phone because a certain somebody wouldn't do it.
Or a certain somebody else is learning to do it.
Not me, he's not talking about me. He is not talking about at C4Tech, no. On Twitter, or Instagram. But coming back to the topic. So yeah, no qualifications per se because hell, I'm a college dropout. I'm not gonna expect that. It's just more of having the wanting to do it, wanting to do this. And there are days where I don't want to work, I still manage to because I actually like doing this. The days where I'm bummed out about something else, I still manage to do this. And it's the same, right, with him or with Harris or whoever. It's something that you need to be passionate about, not just about tech. There are a lot of people passionate about tech. It's about being passionate about tech and YouTube and video making and editing and scripting and all that stuff. So that's what it is. Generally, I get people to shoot me an email and then whenever I can, I respond to it. But right now, we don't have any openings, but we might in the future. The best time to contact me would be once you notice that we've moved to a new place. The moment we move to a new place, I'd let you know. I'd post pictures on Instagram at C4Tech or on Twitter at C4Tech. And not that you have to follow me on that. I'm not asking you to follow me. Just saying. General knowledge. So anyways, jokes apart, it is just about having the passion for it, and maybe in a few months, 6 months or so, once we move to a new place, then we would probably look at hiring a couple of people.
What do you think about the Snapchat CEO's comment about India? Do you feel India is poor? What are your thoughts?
See, yes,
it was an allegation.
It was an allegation. Now let's say.
What if he says Sundar said he's not going to make the VR video? It's
You're
just an allegation.
You're gonna believe me.
Yeah, just like how people believed Snapchat CEOs.
No. See, it's more about there's somebody working for you. You're running a business. Somebody working for you, and the guy leaves the company, and he says something. I mean, I'm not saying it's not true, but you can't immediately jump on it being true. I mean, there are a lot of people saying as an Indian I'm pissed, but as an Indian, what does our constitution say? Innocent until proven guilty. And this guy wasn't proven guilty. Hell, it was just an ex-employee making an allegation. Yeah. I don't use Snapchat. I have Snapchat installed on all my phones. Every phone I tell myself, you know what, this time I'm going to use Snapchat. Okay, but I never get around to doing it. So I'm not really, a fan of the app or anything. But then it's just that anybody can go ahead and say somebody said something and you can't pounce on them, right? What if tomorrow Sundar decides to quit C48? I can go on and say something I didn't say. Are you still gonna believe him? It's just an ex-employee talking about something, right? So again, even if he had said it, what's the context in which it was said? I mean, let's think about it. Like, let's think about the HTC thinking. Now, we are pissed at HTC because they launched the Vive at 93,000 rupees. But doesn't that mean they think India is rich? Okay, US is poor. We sold it there for $800. India is rich. Let's sell it there for 93,000 rupees. Why aren't everybody running out and congratulating HTC? Yeah, thank you! Jokes apart again. An allegation isn't something I personally believe people need to pounce upon. Yeah, I could have done a video saying, oh my god, they said this, let's all uninstall Snapchat.
Snapdragon.
Okay, Snapdragon. And probably I could have got a couple of 100,000 views on it. But then again, I don't want to make my living doing negative videos, bashing people. I'm not saying I'd never do a negative video, of course. Hey, Lenovo guys,
I mean,
if you're watching.
Negative video is fine, but misleading
this whole
something that shouldn't...
point is, it's just an allegation. Yeah. It was never proven. I doubt it will be. So that's that. That's my take on it.
The regular VR question.
Guys, he has done his voiceover.
I'm done with the video. I'm done with the video. I gave him the video. So ask him the question. Where is the VR video, Ash?
There are so many. There are so many.
I'm done with the video.
B-roll
Don't
loopholes.
believe anything he says.
Of course. Okay. So I'm gonna do it myself.
Take his advice. Whatever he said in the previous.
Exactly. Guys, you know what? The video will be live this week.
Innocent until proven guilty.
I'm gonna finish whatever he's not done. He has been proven guilty over the last 9 months. Okay, you guys know the smirk on his face when you ask that question. Okay.
Guys, I'm done with the video, believe me.
I will finish it for you.
Yeah, of course you're gonna copy paste the description, the title and...
Yeah, and then shoot the B-rolls.
No, you're gonna upload the video, that's it. I'm done with the video.
Guys, whatever is...
The final cut is ready.
I promise you, whatever is missing...
Don't believe him.
I will fill it in. Okay, and I will get
you the uploading the video, like signing into his C4E Tech account,
the end
which
of this
I
week.
Can't do because I don't know his credentials.
Okay, before the end of this month, let's say, okay, the video will be live. I will make sure that whatever he's missed out on, done. I will do it. Okay, so I shall finish it. The poor Ash, the savior. No, yes, I will do it. You know why I'm gonna be bringing the video? You know who this I stands for? @C4E or @C4E Ash on Twitter. @C4E Sundar though. I don't know. Anyway guys, that video will be live in the next 5 to 7 days.
You just mocked my several months of hard work just to show off your t-shirt.
9 months of hard work.
9 months of hard work.
Let's actually call it hardly work.
Hardly worked. Hardly work, okay.
Hardly working, you weren't working. Alright, so anyways, that's it. 25 questions for today. Why? Because a lot of people kept saying, despite there being timestamps, there were a lot of people bummed out that the video ran too long. So if you feel if you want us to go back to picking 5 more questions, doing 30, please let me know in the comments below. If not, we would consider, we would assume that you guys want the 25 questions and continue with 25. So anyway guys, that's it. Give this video a big huge thumbs up because I am finally making sure that the VR video is going live this week. By this week I mean starting Monday.
Yeah, he made sure I finished it.
Do not trust him. Okay, you guys know him, so I'm just not gonna even continue with this. Alright, so give the video a big huge thumbs up. But if, I don't know.
If you're not gonna tell people,
if you aren't happy with the fact that we did too many social media placements by saying at C4E Tech over and over again, unintentionally, but we made a mistake. Sometimes it might have slipped. I might have had a slip of the tongue, and I might have said at C4E Tech on Twitter a couple of times more than I usually do, because I usually don't keep saying at C4E Tech on Twitter a lot, because that would kind of be pushy, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to have that kind of placement of weird placements of saying at C4E Tech on Twitter. But if that pissed you off, then you could actually put this video down. But then again, if you are pure of heart, if you have a pure soul, you would put this video up, and I believe in you. And all that. So yeah, hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. If you have already subscribed, click that bell icon so that you get notified each and every time a new video goes live here on C4E Tech. So that's it for now. Do it. Dude, I wouldn't shoot next week's video. I'm telling you, I swear I'm not doing the next episode if you don't give me your outro. Next week,
I'm not gonna be doing the outro if you don't tell them that I did the VR video. I'm not gonna open my mouth.
Okay. He did the VR video. He only did the VR video.
That was sarcastic.
I am not shooting any B-rolls for it. He did it. Can you please do the outro now? He did everything, guys. He did the VR video very quickly. Okay? I said it.
No, I didn't do it quickly.
Okay, he didn't do it quickly. Can you shoot it now?
I took 9 months to finish the video.
Okay, he took 9 months to finish it. Can you please do the outro? Okay, yeah, he finished it. I said everything, dude. Can you please do the outro?
Thanks a lot for watching. This is Sundar and Ash from C4E Tech, leaving for the moment.
Dude, come on. Last week you didn't do it. Next week it's gonna be no Sundar and Ash. It's gonna be Sundar leaving for the moment. You're gonna do Ash answers by yourself. I am not doing it if you don't give me the proper outro. India wants the outro.
And India wants to know who really did the VR video.
I said it. Sundar did the VR video. I said it. Sundar did the VR video. Sundar alone did the VR video. It was
without
only Sundar.
This thing.
Air quotes is what you're looking for. But okay guys, jokes apart, it was only Sundar who did the VR video. I didn't shoot any B-rolls. Can you please do the outro now?
Leaving for the moment. That's what you want to hear anyway.
No, I want the entire outro.
Thanks a lot for watching. This is Sundar and Ash from C4E Tech, leaving for the moment.
Just have a nice day. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.
I did the VR video.
He did the VR video. He did the VR video. He did the snap.